For an aesthetic body, you need two main things. Okay, you need to understand these two concepts that, for me, honestly, have blown my brain since I found out about them. So I read a post about a guy not long ago saying that most of the exercises in the gym just come down to two main movements, pushing and pulling. And when I read this, I was like, what the fuck? He's so right. Like, just think about it. Bicep curls, pulling your body. Sodman curls, which is the same fucking thing. You're pulling something towards you with your hands and with your arms. Pull-ups, deadlifts, you're just pulling, pulling, pulling. And that involves your back and all of the muscles involved with pulling. Let's say biceps, let's say, for example, some regions of your forearm, whatever. But it's mainly that, just your back and your biceps. Okay, that's pulling. And pushing. Just think about pushing. Like when I just see somebody do like these tricep extensions, I know it's actually this handle that's like this, and you must take it like this and you pull down like this. I'm just like, fuck you. Honestly, I'm in the gym and I see these kids. I saw this kid, he must be like 13, and I was just having a conversation with him, okay, about the gym and stuff. And he was just telling me some fucking weird shit. And he was telling me, oh, I'm doing a bench press and then I'm doing a tricep extension and then I'm doing overhead tricep extension and then skull crushers. And I was like, what the fuck? It was blowing my mind. Like, what the fuck are these people doing? You just need a push. That's it. You would work shoulders, chest, triceps, forearms just by pushing a fucking car. For fuck's sake. Like you could get jack pushing fucking cars. And these people are doing tricep extension. It's so fucking lame. Listen, you need pushing and pulling. Pushing and pulling will get you at least 90% of the gains all around your body, at least the most important ones for building an aesthetic body. Because when you think of it, like, what's an aesthetic body? An aesthetic body is kind of like a body prioritizes attractiveness, right? It's just physically beautiful. Why is that? Well, probably because of the V taper, okay? And everything involved with a V taper is pulling. And pushing gives you this extra volume, the shoulders, the chest. It just gives you this empowerment about yourself. Pulling is more of a movement and function for beauty, and pushing is more for size, power. So we want to balance our beauty and power for a good, nice, and attractive body. Volume. How are we going to perform pushing and pulling? Well, it's very easy. For pushing, we're going to do the standing overhead press. And for pulling, we're going to do the weighted pull-up. Honestly, I've married these two. They're wonderful. They just provide so much value to my health and to my body. I married them. I'm never going to leave them. And I want the same for you. The standing overhead press. Why not shoulder gay machines that do like this and they're very stable and they improve stability and you get real strength because you can put more weight. Fuck you. Honestly, fuck you. You're a little bitch. If you need stability and to be sat down, you might as well be, I don't know. Okay, we don't just want to get this body for looks. Because when you get this body and you start getting the success, it's just not enough. That said, we have the overhead press, which is a very simple exercises. We'll be loading this with an empty bar. Depends on the viewer, depends on the strength. But you might want to be calculating percentages and how much you can lift and basically get to as much as you can lift for at least six reps for 3 sets. And for the pull exercise, we have the pull-up. Okay, so the pull-up is a very interesting one. The weighted pull-up, just go for the same rep range as the overhead press. Okay, it's going to be 6 reps. So if you hit like 4 reps, just take notice that you can only do 4 reps at the moment. And then next week you'll be acquiring more and more strength. As the standing overhead press, just do as much volume and weight as possible. And I like to add the lasting 20%, which I think is very important as well. Because if you're like me, like you wouldn't just stay comfortable with just a body, just a functional body. You want looks as well. I'll tell you my way of applying this 20% to make my body more attractive. So first of all, I train neck. Like I know a lot of people in the weightlifting community in the internet. They say to train neck later in life when your body is already developed. But I think it's just like one of the most important muscles for like attractiveness, if you know what I mean, because it not only just develops this thick neck, which you could call attractive, like when people see you, they just can't help but to have more respect for you. But it's just like the overdevelopment of the facial structure and the jawline. It changes your face totally. Like imagine you have an aesthetic body of like 7 years of training and you have a pencil neck. Like are we fucking serious? Even though I go for like 2 sets of ordinary neck curls and reverse curls in this channel, I'll cover them up. The next muscle, I'd say the traps. What you get from pull-ups, it's only like your mid to lower traps. It really isn't much of those upper traps, like because you have the upper traps, which are like the blades just beneath your neck, but then you have the line which stands between your neck and the shoulder. Okay, this is what I mean. These traps. I have pictures. I'll put them up here. I just look like a kid, honestly. And that is because I skipped traps because I thought like, why the fuck do I need to train this? I just thought it was useless. But it's so fucking important. It just commands so much respect to have developed traps. And I'm telling you, this is only 20%. I only do 2 sets, they just 2 shows. What else? I do chest machines, chest press machines. There's a big dilemma with the upper chest. I hate the lower chest, honestly. Like, why the fuck do you need to train the lower chest? Honestly. Like, why? In my opinion, it just makes my body worse. There's just this message of you have to train everything, and I'm not really keen on that message because it's so unrealistic. Like, and lateral raises. Okay, so lateral raises is a little fancy because you might as well know that one of the most important muscles, this is why we added the overhead press into one of the two most important movements, is the shoulders. Okay, shoulders. Please train your shoulders because your shoulders not only develop most of your arm, okay, if you see pictures of physiques, most of the arm is just the shoulder. And you can really tell, especially girls who don't know much about weightlifting. They'd say, oh, you got such big arms, or your arms have gotten so much bigger because you just trained your shoulders. Lateral raises, they just give you this extra dip. Okay, having big shoulders is nice, but having this extra dip is beautiful. And that's it. That's how I implement my bodybuilding journey into my athletic performance in the most simple way possible. Two main movements and the lasting 20%. And that's it, boys. Thank you for listening.